The small town of Havenwood was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone, and secrets were as rare as a cloudy day. That all changed on October 14th, the day Olivia Reed vanished. Olivia wasn't just another face in the crowd. She was the town's golden girl, a brilliant artist whose laughter could fill a room. Her disappearance left a silence that was deafening. The last time anyone saw her was at dusk, leaving her art studio on the edge of the Whispering Woods. Her car was still in the parking lot, the driver's side door slightly ajar. Inside, her half-finished painting sat on the easel, a haunting landscape of the very woods that bordered her studio. It was as if she had simply stepped out for a moment and never came back. The town sheriff, a man who had known Olivia since she was a little girl, launched a massive search. Volunteers combed through the dense forest, their calls of Olivia swallowed by the trees. They found nothing. No footprints, no torn fabric, no sign of a struggle. It was as if the earth itself had opened up and taken her. Days turned into weeks, and the hope that had once burned bright began to flicker. The posters with Olivia's smiling face, plastered on every lamppost and storefront, started to fade under the autumn sun. The town's cheerful facade began to crack, revealing a network of whispers and theories. Some said she ran away, tired of the small-town life. Others spoke of a mysterious stranger seen in town the week before she vanished. I was a local journalist, and Olivia's case became my obsession. I spent my days sifting through her life, talking to her friends, her family, her art professor. Everyone painted the same picture: a happy, ambitious young woman with no reason to leave. But as I dug deeper, I found a crack in that perfect image. In Olivia's studio, tucked away in a dusty sketchbook, I found a series of charcoal drawings. They were dark, chaotic, and completely unlike her usual vibrant style. They depicted a shadowy figure, faceless and menacing, lurking among the trees of the Whispering Woods. The same woods from her final painting. A chill ran down my spine. These weren't just sketches, they felt like a premonition. Then I discovered her journal. Most of it was filled with everyday thoughts and artistic ideas. But the last few entries were different. They were written in a hurried, almost frantic scrawl. She wrote about feeling watched, about a shadow that followed her from the woods. She mentioned an old, abandoned cabin deep within the forest, a place she felt drawn to, almost against her will. She wrote, "It's calling to me. I have to know what's inside." That was her final entry. The cabin. The sheriff had dismissed it as a derelict structure, empty for decades. But Olivia's journal gave me a reason to look again. Armed with a flashlight and a heavy heart, I ventured into the Whispering Woods, following the overgrown path she must have taken. The woods felt different at night, the trees like silent sentinels guarding a long-held secret. After what felt like an eternity, I found it. The cabin was even more dilapidated than described, a skeletal frame against the moonlit sky. The door creaked open under my touch. The air inside was thick with the smell of decay and damp earth. My flashlight beam cut through the darkness, landing on something in the center of the room. It was an easel, and on it, a finished painting. It was the landscape from her studio, but now it was complete. In the foreground, standing before the dark woods, was a figure. It was Olivia, and standing right behind her, its hand on her shoulder, was the faceless, shadowy figure from her sketchbook. My blood ran cold. The painting wasn't a landscape. It was a self-portrait and a confession. What happened to Olivia Reed in that cabin? Who was the shadow that haunted her? The mystery of Havenwood had just gotten a whole lot darker. The search for Olivia was over, but the search for the truth had just begun. Thanks for watching. If you have any theories, drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more unsolved mysteries.